What's up, cooks? It's Wednesday. Today we're going to do a little Hobart HL6 debrief from our live stream the other day. We did 2 hours on our HL6 here, and I had a few things that have come up, sort of concerns that I have that I wanted to talk about today. And I figured What's Up Wednesday is a perfect time to do that. So today we are going to be talking about my top 6 concerns with a mixer like the Hobart HL6. What's up? It's Wednesday. Let's do this. Since we're geeking about the Hobart, I figure we're going to get it up on Captain Rotato so we can have a little HL6 show, huh? Ooh. Look at that baby go around. Look at that baby going around. So you might be asking, what is the HL6? I'll put a link up there and down there so you can learn the history of this mixer. It is a prototype mixer that was made by Hobart, and it never went into production. So when I got this about a year ago, it was on a website called OfferUp, and I just happened to score my first Hobart HL6 for $200. A lady had it who got it from a Hobart dealer. And apparently these mixers didn't go into production and they were given away to employees, or some dealers got them. And so when I got this mixer, I couldn't do anything but geek over it, right? Because that's what I do. It's sort of like a sports car. You know, if you have a sports car enthusiast who learns that their favorite sports car made back in the 60s or the 70s was there was a prototype model of it, and they learned that the manufacturer still has this prototype sitting in their warehouse. That enthusiast says, "Ooh, I want that," right? It's an old car. It might be dusty. It might have scratches on it, but they still want it because they're a sports car enthusiast, right? That's what this mixer was for me. When I saw this, and then learned the history of it, I grew to love it because I'm a mixer fan. I bought it not thinking it was going to be my daily driver, not thinking I was going to put it on the counter. I bought it because I love stand mixers. And even if I got it home and I used it a couple times and it totally conked out, I would still feel like I got my money's worth because I love the thing. And I knew that there's probably no way that I could ever get it fixed. So since then, some people have found other HL6 around, right? They either get them on eBay, they get them from someone that worked at Hobart, they even get them maybe from a manufacturer that may have made some parts from this. They may have been able to get one. So if you see this mixer and you joined our live stream the other day, you might be going back and forth because part of you might be saying, I want one of those HL6 mixers, but another part is unsure about it. So what we're going to talk about today is we are going to talk about 6 things that I have concerns with about the Hobart when people ask me about it. And that way, you can make that kind of decision for yourself if you happen to run into one of these. So,
ding.
Number 1, concern. The Hobart HL6 is for a mixer enthusiast. The HL6 is a big, bulky commercial mixer that probably won't fit on your counter like a regular mixer will. It is a 6-quart similar to the Pro 600, but just looking at the head on the baby Hindenburg will let you know that this is not your ordinary 6-quart mixer. It's big, it's bulky, it only comes in one color, supposedly.
Well, maybe a few more if you...
There might be a black one and a red one out there. Hobart planned to make these in a few different colors, but for the most part, it's available in one color. It's a commercial piece of equipment. So, concern number one, the Hobart HL6 is for the enthusiasts. And if you're concerned about it not filling that home cook kind of role, this mixer probably isn't for you. Ding ding. Concern number two, the condition of the Hobart. Now, this is not a mixer that's going to come in a fancy retail box and pretty, pristine, perfect paint, perfect feet on there. It might be scratched. It might be wobbly. One of mine, the one that I got used, was missing a foot. And Eric put some feet on the bottom of it.
Right there, you got a paint chip.
I have a paint chip right here. This mixer was made years ago. So I think of it kind of, it's not an antique, but it's kind of like if you were to buy an antique mixer. It's been sitting in a warehouse for 6, 7, 8 years, right? It's not going to show up in a pretty box, perfectly packed. You won't get it from a retailer. And if you are concerned about that, if you want a mixer that's shiny and new and no scratches and no dents and bumps and no dust, the Hobart HL6 is probably not for you.
Ding.
Number 3 in my top concerns about the Hobart HL6. This mixer is not readily available. It is a prototype mixer that was only made once. They did one run of it, and it was given away to employees, some dealers, and maybe one of the manufacturers of some of the part may have got the rest of them. If you were to find one of these out on the open market, you're buying just that. You won't be buying it from a retailer. You won't be buying it from a dealer. You will be buying it used. You will be finding it sitting on the side of the road somewhere. You might get lucky enough to find one from a manufacturer, but they're not a retailer. So if you want a Hobart HL6, you might run into some inconveniences trying to get one. You might be hunting on websites. You might be looking at Facebook Marketplace. You might be looking at a website like OfferUp. You might be ordering it from some random manufacturer. You might find one used, somewhere on the internet. It's not going to be readily available like other types of mixers where you can walk in and buy it off the shelf. So if that's what you want to do, you want fast shipping, you want to be able to go pick it up, the Hobart HL6 is probably not for you.
You want bubble wrap, you want a retail box, you want somebody to call to go boo-hoo-hoo at any time of the day or night.
You won't get that. It's not for you. Number 4.
Ding.
You live outside the U.S. I've been contacted by a lot of people who don't live in the U.S. that want an HL6. And the problem is the only ones that I know that have existed are in the U.S. The U.S. is on 110 electrical system. A lot of the rest of the world is on 220. So if you were to get one of these mixers and plug it in at your home, number 1, the cord is going to be different, but number 2, it's not going to work with your electrical system. So you will have the electrical issues to deal with, plus the shipping for this mixer would be significant. Now I know an enthusiast would pay $10,000 to have a vintage prototype Corvette shipped to their house, right? Because that's what they would do. And if you're someone that would deal with electrical issues and would deal with the shipping, I would say, if you want to hunt for one, right? But the average person who lives outside of the US, I would say this mixer is probably not for you. Number 5.
Bing.
Lack of support. This mixer has no warranty. This mixer has no repair parts. This mixer has no extra accessories beside what maybe you can find on eBay or a seller or maybe a manufacturer who made them. The parts for this are not generally available. If you want assistance on how to raise and lower the attachments from the bottom of the bowl, you ain't gonna get it. If you want to know how this speed control thing works, you ain't gonna get it.
You got a scraper beater?
If you want shiny new stickers, you're gonna have to go on eBay and find yourself one, right? If you want new feet on the bottom of this, you're not gonna get it. You're gonna have to find it and cut it yourself. This mixer has complete and total lack of support. So if you are someone who wants a warranty and you want a hotline and you want a fancy website with recipes and a community and everything you want surrounding that mixer, this mixer is not for you. And finally, concern number 6, you are on your own. This mixer, like I said, has no support. If you find one of these mixers on the used market, you happen to find one from a dealer who may have had one, or you happen to find one from a manufacturer from some of the parts that might have some sitting in their warehouse, you are on your own when you buy this. So when you get it home and you use it for a couple months and the thing totally out, you will have to find a way to fix it. Either you're mechanically inclined, so you open it up and jerry-rig it. You can find a small appliance repair person that can fix it, or maybe you might have a Hobart dealer who can do something with the mixer. But when you buy an HL6, you're on your own. It's like that sports car. If you went to the manufacturer and found out that there was a prototype sports car and you could get your hand on it, when you bring that sports car home, you are absolutely on your own with it. So if that concerns you, this mixer is probably not for you. So I know what you're saying. You're saying, Amy, this is What's Up Wednesday, and I found an HL6 somewhere out there in the world, and I want it. And all you're doing is trying to convince me not to get it. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying you need to be aware of what this mixer really is. You need to be able to accept those things, and you need to move on and enjoy the mixer for what it is. It is a prototype mixer for the enthusiast of a Hobart that cost less. Well, mine was $200, and I got the second one for $399. So if you want something like this, but you don't want to get this, what are some alternatives to the N50 that can give you a little bit more confidence in it? One alternative is to look at the Hobart N50. The Hobart N50 is the current countertop mixer for Hobart. It's not in the Legacy line, but it is a great mixer, and it is comparable to this. It's a 5-quart. This is a 6-quart. If you're interested and you've always wanted to get a Hobart, the N50 is the way to go. The only issue is they're expensive. The N50 right now on Amazon is about $2,700. I'll put links down in the description to that N50 if you want to take a look at it. Currently, as of right now, it's about $2,700. It's a great mixer. It will give you all the support that you would ever want for a stand mixer directly from the company, and it will come in a pretty box, right? Another alternative is the KitchenAid Commercial 8. The KitchenAid Commercial 8 is not, in my opinion, the Hobart HL6. But if you want more support and you want the look and feel and the colors, some of the color choices that you get in a KitchenAid, and you want a more robust mixer, the Commercial 8 is a good choice. I'll put links to that down in the description. You can also get a Kenwood 7-quart. Great mixer. The only issue with that is here in the US, there's not very many retailers that carry the Kenwood. So sometimes it's difficult to get attachments. It's kind of difficult to get accessories. That's the only issue, and I don't even know if you were to get it repaired. So that's the only issue with the Kenwood. It's a great mixer though. That's the Kenwood 7-quart. Another alternative is the Bosch Universal Plus. Great mixer as well. Different mixing style. You have to get used to it, but it's also a great mixer. Along with the Anchor's Room. The Anchor's Room as well is a great mixer. There's a lot of support. It's a great company. As a matter of fact, the motor that's in this HL6 is made by Anchor's Room. So if you really want to get into bread making and you want to take that to another level, the Ank is a good one to look at. You can also get a Wolf. I love the Wolf. It's an expensive mixer. It's like $900. And one of the things that I found with it is it's very hard. You can get support for that mixer, but they don't have any parts right now. Because I tried to order an extra whip, an extra paddle, and a dough hook, and they kept telling me, it'll be available next month, and it still isn't available. So that's one issue with that. The support isn't necessarily there in terms of being able to order things, and currently there are no attachments to it.
But the Wolf is made by Hamilton Beach Commercial. So
can any Hamilton Beach commercial mixer's parts fit on it? I don't know. I'm not even going to go there, right? So what mixer should I get? That's what everybody asks me, and I can't answer that question for you. What I can do, however, is I can offer you a lot of different perspectives on these machines. I have used mixers across almost every brand that is out there, and I can tell you the pros and the cons. So when you're making that decision, you will come with knowing what you're getting into. I can also offer a whole lot of geeking, right? Geeking and more geeking.
We're geeking right
because
now.
I'm a mixer fan, and I am here to geek all day long, 7 days a week, right? So I will geek with you all along the way. I will also be here after you get your mixer to help you on your journey of using a stand mixer with recipes, tips, tricks, all that fun stuff. I am here to geek with you all along the way.
And we want to see pictures of what you make.
We want to see pictures of your mixer. We want to see what you make. We want to see what you found, what's good, what's bad. We want to hear all of that. So come and join our Facebook group, because that's where we talk all day long about mixers. We want to see your pictures. So I am here to share your stand mixer journey with you. I am here to support you. We can work on recipes. We can share information. I am here to give you all the love that I can for stand mixers. So come and join my Facebook group, facebook.com/group/Amy Learns to Cook. You can see all my recipes on my website, amylearnstocook.com. And you also can catch me on Pinterest and Twitter at Amy Learns to Cook, on Instagram at Cooking with Amy. So what's up? It's Wednesday. Thanks for sharing it with me.